already have Sparkle Sparkle, that set, go ahead and get the refill bottle as well. All right. Let's talk about these options for a choice of bracelets. These are from Angelica, and these are a lot of fun. What I like is that it's that kind of jewelry that it's message jewelry that gives you the look and feel of a charm bracelet, because it is, but it's that message jewelry that's just really fun. Like this one has the charm that says mom. You see that? Right there, and there's a heart that goes right along with it in the middle of mom. And then you have two other charms that are there. There's a butterfly, and then there is, that looks like a star right there. So we've got mom. Let's take a look here. This one is, see if I can see this one, live, laugh, love. Do you see that one? And then the other two little charms are going to be the same on all of them, okay? We've got about 50 of each option. Let me show you this one. This one is is that the angel? That's, oh, faith, hope, and love. That's very pretty. We also have, take a look here. This is going to be our friends. This is our friends charm. You can see how great that is. And we have them for in your choice of the silver tone, which is what I'm showing you right here. And we also have the same ones in gold tone. There's one other bracelet, and that's the one right there on top. And that one is your rose quartz. And that one's not a charm bracelet. That one is a beaded style. And it's a coil wrap bracelet. We'll show you how that looks in just a moment. But if you like charm bracelets, and I'm a person who does, and you can see Angela's wearing that one in that rose quartz, that wrap bracelet. That's another really great option if you like more of a beaded kind of look in your bracelets. But if you like the idea of a charm bracelet, you like that the charms tell a story, they're symbolic, they have a really great meaning, then I think you're gonna enjoy this one. Also, what's great about this is that it's an easy slide bracelet, which means you don't need help buckling a clasp. You don't need somebody to help put your bracelet on you. It kind of fits like just a regular cuff style bracelet, but you can open it up, slide your hand in,